I am making this video for people who are just interested in hearing the various genres. Perhaps you want to find a new genre that you yourself would like to read, but also for writers who are perhaps struggling to see what genre or category your work fits into. Hopefully within these variety of massive lists, you will find the one that suits your book. Hi guys, today we're going to talk about book genres in popular fiction. There are 4 categories of books: drama, poetry, fiction, and non-fiction. In this video, we're going to focus on fiction. Fiction itself is also broken down into 2 categories. Popular fiction, this is plot-driven fiction written for a specific genre, and literary fiction, character-driven writing, which is valued for its complex form, language, or style. Today we're going to focus on popular fiction. So within this genre, you can split this also into 2 types. One is genre, which is the main category your story fits into. The main genres are romance, horror, thriller and suspense, science fiction, and crime and mystery. Within these genres, there are so many subgenres. The subgenre is a subcategory within that genre. So this would be things like if your book was a romance but it was set in a historical period. In order to discuss these subgenres, I'm splitting this video into 5 separate videos. In each one, I will go through the various subcategories in each of these genres. And today we have mystery and crime. Mystery novels have a puzzle. If you untangle it, it will lead you to the answer. With that, let's get into the subgenres of mystery and crime.
Amateur detective. A mystery solved by an amateur who generally has some profession or affiliation that provides ready access to information about the crime. This isn't a book, but a new film on this would be Eleanor Holmes. Child in peril. A mystery involving the abduction or persecution of a child. Classic whodunit. A crime that is solved by a detective from the detective's point of view with all clues available to the reader. I'm sure we all know the very famous Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Comic. A mystery played for laughs, often featuring a detective who is grossly unskilled but often solves the crime anyway. Cozy. A mystery which takes place in a small town, sometimes in a single home, where all the suspects are present and familiar with one another except the detective, who's usually an eccentric outsider. Courtroom drama. A mystery that takes place through the justice system, often the efforts of a defense attorney to prove the innocence of his client by finding the real culprit. Dark thriller. A mystery that ventures into the fear factor and graphic violence of the horror genre. Espionage. An international spy novel, here based less on action than on solving the puzzle. Often in modern novels less focused on the traditional spy and more on terrorists. Forensic. A mystery solved through the forensics lab, featuring more detail and scientific procedure. Heists and capers. An anti-hero genre which focuses on the planning and execution of a crime, often told from the criminal's perspective. Historical. A mystery that takes place in a specific, recognizable period of history, with much emphasis on the details of the setting. Inverted. A story in which the reader knows whodunit, but the suspense arises from watching the detective figure it out. Private detective. Focused on the independent snoop for hire, those have evolved from tough guy, hard-boiled detectives to the more professional operatives of today. Psychological suspense. Mysteries focused on the intricacies of the crime and what motivated the perpetrator to commit them. Romantic. A mystery in which the crime solvers fall in love. Techno-thriller. A spin-off from the traditional thriller mystery with an emphasis on high technology. Thriller. A suspense mystery with a wider, often international scope and more action. Young adult. A story aimed at a teenage audience with a hero detective generally the same age or slightly older than the reader, pursuing criminals who are generally less violent but often just as scary as those in adult mysteries. Locked room. A mystery in which the crime is apparently committed under impossible circumstances. Medical. Generally involving a medical threat, such as a viral epidemic, or the illegitimate use of medical technology. Police procedure. A crime solved from the perspective of the police, following detailed real-life procedures. Women in jeopardy. focuses on a woman put into peril by a crime and her struggles to overcome or outwit the perpetrator.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I try to make these videos as detailed as possible with as many of the subgenres as I can find. I of course probably missed some out. I've put the links below to the various different articles and videos I used to find these genres, and I hope you found what you were looking for within them. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to see as soon as I upload, click that little bell down below. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram or Tumblr. I post general bookish pictures as well as my writing tips and unboxings on there. If you'd like to see this list in written form, you can go to my website, the link is below this video. And thanks for watching guys, bye!